Sometimes we lose people in this life, but we have to understand when they die, they become our spiritual guides on the other side. When my mom mixed medication, she never woke up, which was the same way that my sister was raped and murdered and gashed and strangled with a triple braided rope, face down the lake, floating next to a flip-flop. Something that let you know that you always gotta make it pop, you always gotta make it drop, you always gotta be the fucking meganopolis. Knowing that I'll tell George Stephanopoulos to put a sock in it. I'm always gonna speak my raps, and I always have to adapt to my environment, knowing that I'm flattening out, knowing that I'm always going to be burning just like a soldering iron. And I know that I'm admiring everything that you do because you have to expect, and knowing that my satire doesn't lack ire because I'm a young sire and I'm sampling Billy Squire, and it's something that I do with the passion, flame, and desire. And knowing that I'm igniting the fireworks and I have 1,000 lighters, knowing that I have the desire, knowing that I always have to fucking face everything up in my path, knowing that I left everything up in the past. Now the dark night of the soul isn't whipping my ass, doesn't have to put lacerations on my fucking goddamn back. And it's something that I always have to do, I always have to remain intact and strapped, knowing that I always have to go lyrically insane up in my membrane, knowing that you always gotta earn your respect, you always gotta earn that check, you always gotta sweat blood and tears, knowing that you're gonna fear it, knowing that you're gonna grin and bear it, knowing that you gotta be the spitting image of spirit when every time that you hit everybody with these lyrics. And it's something that you have to do, you gotta be a do-si-do, you gotta keep it a scene, no, you gotta end careers, knowing that it's gonna be like deer seed and I'm getting so many racks, knowing that I always have that fucking IQ level up and it's always remain intact. And it's something that I have to do, I'm not acting, I'm not practicing, I'm not Ben Affleck, this isn't fucking reindeer games, and I'm always making it rains when I shoot the buckshots up in the air. You know that I don't care, and I know that I always have to fucking do this because I am an NBA player going across half court like Derrick Rose. I'm going like Usain Bolt, I'm as tall as Manute Bolt. I'm like a man that's a living a legend, knowing that my legacy's already cemented. If I said it then I meant it. I'm always gonna restrict everybody like a boa constrictor, stick my tongue out like a Komodo dragon, knowing that I always have to perfect a brand new craft when I come with a brand new rap. And I know that my parents were drug addicts, and if I ever see my dad again, I'm gonna whip his ass and make him pay for all the sins that he committed, make him condemned, make him know that I'm the executioner, that I'm the judge, and I'll leave him up in the morgue because I'm a coroner, and I'll make him look like a core nerd, knowing that I will bite his fucking neck at the core of an apple, knowing that I always have to fucking adapt, knowing that I always have to fucking hit you with everything that I have within my soul, knowing that I didn't have to sell it, knowing that I'm not just doing the irrelevant to try to stay relevant, knowing that I always have to celebrate when I always am the celebration of life, knowing that I always went through the anger and strife, and knowing that I didn't have to take my own life, knowing that it's priceless, knowing that it's lawless and it's flawless every time that you have to generate a new laws of the metaphysics, the law of assumption, the law of attraction, knowing that you're always making traction when you go on your Peloton, you pedal and metal, and knowing that it's gonna be so benevolent, the malfeasance, knowing that you're gonna go this and you're gonna produce the light linguistics, knowing that you're gonna hit this like you had a bunch of glow sticks and light up and be vibrant, knowing that you always have to speak this from your own psyche, knowing that you're doing this as a life or a 9 to 5, knowing that you have to rectify all the butterflies that are trying to rip out your insides within your stomach.